Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. Please subscribe, guys. It really does help with that YouTube algorithm, and a thumbs up never hurts as well. This from BondCrypt XRP: China fear is now infrastructure bill. 5 things to watch in Bitcoin this week. So what he's posting is this article here from Cointelegraph from just a couple of hours ago. From bans to bills, the FUD is strong for Bitcoin and crypto this week, but traders are overwhelmingly optimistic about BTC price action. So in this morning's video, I did go over price a little bit. And, if we take a look at Bitcoin, we aren't seeing anything too terrible. We are still waiting for the 702, the 0.702 to really retrace. We have seen, a bit of a decline, but now we're seeing Bitcoin kind of rebound down and around here, finding support at the 0.382. That is good news. I mean, we're not seeing, stronger moves to the downside. We're seeing it kind of base in here, and we have seen that over the last week or so. So China was kind of last week's news, but now we have something bigger on our plates. Bitcoin is at the start of another week with China's latest ban behind it, which I'm going to get to in a second, but its next FUD story is already brewing. The United States infrastructure bill is back on the table, with this week likely to see a definitive vote on what could shake up cryptocurrency businesses. At the same time, fundamentals and on-chain metrics alike continue to be more bullish than ever, and traders are betting on, at worst, a moderate price slump to a floor no lower than $36,000. So, based on the news that we are getting now, we are assuming Bitcoin could reach 36,000, no lower than 36,000. So just to give you guys some perspective, that would bring us roughly in and around here, okay? So just below what is projected to be that Fibonacci line there at the 0.236. It would fall in a lot of this noise that we saw back in May, and then it would be a floor, a level of support that would be butting up against this old resistance from back in late June, early July. So why are we thinking this? The macro narrative switches from China to the United States as lawmakers decide the fate of the so-called infrastructure bill. So this bill has been, a big piece of news for the cryptocurrency industry in the United States. I've talked about it in some other videos that I've done. I'll link one up here if you guys want to get caught up to speed on what that's all about. The bill includes a contentious descriptor of a broker, one of which could have far-reaching implications for U.S. crypto businesses. Efforts are still underway to change its language, with figures such as Wyoming Senator Cynthia Loomis and advocate Caitlin Long leading the way. The current text describes a broker as any person who, for consideration, is responsible for regularly providing any service effectuating transfers of digital assets on behalf of other persons. So again, you guys might want to get up to speed on this bill. In total, as of September 27th, the bill has received 539 amendments. While potentially a thorn in the side of the local crypto industry, H.R. 3684 arguably matters little to seasoned Bitcoin hodlers. Nonetheless, on the back of the latest China ban debacle, market sentiment is sensitive to FUD stories from any quarter. So we also have the FUD that is going on in China, and China, by and large, looking to ban Bitcoin, and I put ban in quotations, for the umpteenth time. I mean, we've heard this narrative year after year after year after year. China's looking to ban crypto. It does send a ripple through the market usually, and at the end of the day, they don't ban crypto. But here's another perspective. Now, I have this story up. Now, this was from yesterday. Huobi to gradually expel its Chinese users in wake of ban. Token slides to 8-month low. This is talking specifically about the Huobi token on that exchange, HT, because prominent crypto exchange Huobi Global announced on Sunday that it would stop serving existing China-based users by the end of this year. So as of December 31st, Huobi will no longer be able to service mainland China users. And so here's a quote: Huobi Global will gradually retire existing mainland China user accounts by this time on this date and ensure the safety of users' assets. The exchange's official statement published earlier today said, "We will inform users of the specific arrangements and details through official announcement, emails, text messages, etc." The exchange had already suspended new registrations for mainland China, taking cues from the People's Bank of China Friday statement, which declared all virtual currency-related businesses illegal and banned overseas crypto exchanges from serving China-based users. So is this now a real ban on cryptocurrencies in China? As they were, crying wolf for all these years, we were kind of just getting used to China saying, yeah, we're going to ban crypto and then not really doing it. But is this the real thing? Well, Here's an opinion, guys, from Raoul Pal, this from BondCrypt XRP, posting this article here with regards to China and how they've made their move. The ball is now in America's court. So this touches on a few things. In the light of China declaring all crypto transactions illegal, both memes and FUD flew around the market. Meanwhile, experts and analysts shared their takes on the development. On September 25th, Real Vision journalist Ash Bennington spoke to investment strategist and Real Vision CEO Raoul Pal to understand the significance of China's latest move and read into the USA's own regulatory struggle. So guys, this is from Real Vision here. I wanted to just play you guys this clip with Raoul Pal. This interview is about 36 minutes long, but I'm just going to play you a short clip here where he talks about this particular aspect of it.
I don't think it's really much of an extension. What they're trying to do is clean up the leakages, I think, ahead of the launch of the digital yuan. Yeah. And so it's more about that and more about illegal capital flight and just cleaning up their own financial system than it is. I mean, as far as we can see, it's not an outright ban for owning crypto. Really, what they're trying to do is get people stop people moving money outside of the Chinese system. And I understand why that is as well. So it sounds like big news. I don't think it is big news. I don't think it's like China bans everybody ever using crypto ever, and they're all going to go to the gulags if they do. I don't think that's the case. They've also obviously got rid of mining, as we're aware of, and there's probably still, because within one of the statements was another reference to mining, so there's probably still mining activity going on. You know, it's a big country, and so they do want to stop the mining because, you know, I believe that the stopping of the mining is about both for the green energy part, but really it's about the competition for electrical resources. Because you know, there is a scarce supply of some commodities right now, and the last thing they want is to raise electricity prices on the general population.
And so I'm just going to leave it there. So that's Raoul Pal's take on this. Of course, Raoul Pal, very versed in the cryptocurrency world, a cryptocurrency investor and very bullish on XRP. That was his take on China specifically. So, you know, not so much a ban on cryptocurrency, and this is where the FUD can kind of get mixed up with reality. Not so much a ban, but, you know, more of a cleaning up house, right? They are moving into, they want their people to start utilizing the digital yuan, and they want to limit the options for their citizens to be able to receive cryptocurrencies in and out of the country, as Raoul Pal mentioned. They want total control, digital yuan, right? CBDCs, this is the way the world is moving, so don't think that we are immune in the West as well. It is just happening in China right now, and will likely come to a country near you. Scary stuff, guys. I know. I'm trying to keep optimistic on this. Anyway, I don't want to dwell on that too much. I will leave this link in the description for those of you guys who are interested in watching further or reading further, if you guys are interested in reading that article. Coincidentally enough, I did also see this article here, and this is another interview with Raoul Pal. Okay, this one with BitBoy Crypto. This article was just based on this interview here with BitBoy, so I'm just going to play you this clip talking to BitBoy Crypto about XRP. Listen to this.
Let's fast forward. I want to talk about XRP. Do you have any thoughts on first the lawsuit and what maybe that has, you know, what effect that can have on crypto in general? And then, you know, what do you see for XRP?
Unfortunately, I think we totally agree with each other. XRP is a great risk reward, right? The lawsuit, we've seen every lawsuit, every single one has been a fine.
Everyone.
Slap on the wrist, because everybody's actually cleared up after the event anyway. And these were events were a while ago, you know, BitMEX, that's happening. We're going to see all of this. So I think it's going to be a slap on the wrist that it could have looked like a security. There'll be no admission of guilt on either side. There'll be a payment of a fine, and then XRP is free to run. What's interesting about XRP is there is quite a lot of use cases. Now, I know a bunch of Bitcoin people hate it. It's not decentralized enough. I don't care. It's, you know, are people using it? Yes, a lot more than most people realize. And what's amazing about this setup is you can't buy us on any of the exchanges. And it's not in the Bitwise ETF. The Bitwise ETF is now $1 billion. The Bitwise index is, you know, the top 10 index is $1 billion. So the moment XRP is freed, they have to buy a few $100 million of it, as everybody else can, because the exchanges will have it back. So you're setting up for a hell of a nice run if this clears up. Worst case, it doesn't. You know, worst case is, let's say 50% downside, best case is 10x from here. So I'll take a 50 to 1 risk reward for the next 3-6 months.
So he will take that risk reward any day of the week. 10x upside to a 50% downside. You heard it there from Raoul Pal. Now, I know I've shown a little bit of this clip before on this channel when this interview came out originally, and I do believe we've heard Raoul Pal talk about these points with the risk reward and XRP before in other interviews. And I wanted to mention this only because I recently saw this tweet here, guys, from Fojack here on Twitter, Fojack3, a Mr. Pool tweet that was dated March 14th, 2021. And take a look at what the photo is. XRP coming out, what's looking like coming out of a treasure chest with a kind of a green light and some smoke coming out of that treasure chest. Looks very cinematic, I gotta say. And he posts it beside the cover of the article I just read you, or rather showed you the clip from September 25th, which was only a couple of days ago. XRP has great risk-reward ratio with 10x price likely. This coming from Raoul Pal. So I just showed you that clip, yet Mr. Pool posted this same image with a green light on May 14th, 2021. Now, why is this significant? Well, from another Mr. Pool tweet, Fojack responding to his original tweet, this one was from back in March of 2021, March 31st. Follow the green colors, they will lead you to prosperity. Follow the blue light, it will lead you to an avalanche. Now, the green color, of course, green in this image here, XRP coming out of the green light with the green box. Yet we do have blue on this one with XRP, giving us a conflicting idea. But Raoul Pal is saying we are likely going to 10x from here, and the downside maybe 50%, but the upside really does outweigh that downside. And so, it's got me thinking. Again, this was a tweet from Mr. Pool. Follow the green colors, they will lead you to prosperity. Follow the blue light, it will lead you to an avalanche. And just to confirm that, I did search on Twitter and I did find some more Mr. Pool tweets. It looks like this was from another account of his. And so some very cryptic messages here. I don't want to get into these old tweets and this old tweet thread here. But again, from March 31st, with the blue light, the green colors, prosperity, avalanche. Then we have the article from just a couple of days ago showing the blue XRP treasure chest, XRP coming out of there. And back from May 14th, 2021, XRP coming out of the green. What I read into this, guys, is that we are likely going to see a pump. And I mean, a lot of us in the cryptocurrency space have been waiting for this pump for a long time. A lot of us have been, waiting just for an altcoin rally in general for a long time. And so I gotta ask myself, that $10 to $15 price target that, many of us have been eyeing for XRP, and we're thinking that that is going to be the high. We are thinking that that is likely going to be the top. Many analysts are taking a look at this and suggesting, even if we just do a full Fibonacci, right up here, right at the top, the run goes up to the full 4.236. We could reach $13.68, at least on this exchange. That falls between the $10 to $15 price mark for XRP. We're on track to do that. All the indicators are suggesting that that's where we could go. But could it go even higher than that? And I think this is the question. I think this is what we really should be prepared for and why we should have price targets at higher levels. And also, guys, why we should never sell all our XRP. Again, that's not financial advice. That's just a plan that I have. As I've mentioned on this channel several times before, I have this cash out plan. It is an Excel spreadsheet that you can download in the description of this video. If you're interested in knowing more, I'll link a video up here where I talk about it a little more. The question remains, could we see a higher price for XRP? Based on basic supply, when comparing it to BTC, we could potentially see an XRP upward of $30. If all the conditions kind of fall into place. Now, I'm not predicting that price. I did a video on it just the other day. I'll link that up here if you guys didn't catch that. We could see a higher price for XRP. It certainly is not out of the question. Which brings me back full circle to this. Green will show us prosperity. Blue will show us an avalanche. XRP goes up, then XRP comes crashing back down like we've seen in every other spec run to date. The question remains, though, how high are we going to see price go? And then how far will we fall after the rally's done. Real quickly, just to put some things into perspective here, I'm going to put a high price target up here of about $32. So let me just put a price label up there just to show you guys the high-end price target. And we already have this Fibonacci here with a price target of $13.68. Well, you know, we want to have our targets planned out. We don't want to choose these at the last minute. But, you know, 80 to 90% corrections, those certainly are not out of the cards. If we did see, you know, XRP crash from 1368, an 80% correction would bring it in and around this Fibonacci level here. So that would be in and around $2.63. If I were to extend that to about 90%, that could bring us in and around, back in and around here, $1.33. And conversely, if we reach this target up here, an 80% correction could bring us to $6.41. Conversely, a 90% correction, right down here, let's do a 90% correction, could bring us roughly to $3.15. So you guys can see, depending on how high XRP rallies, 80 to 90% corrections are going to look very different. Green to the prosperity side, blue to the avalanche side. The bigger question remains, I know we're all ready to cash out at our targets, but are you prepared to pull the trigger if XRP goes to 20, 30, 40, maybe even $50? Tell me down in the comments what you guys think, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.